Another person that isn't worried, Mike Tyson, because he has $20 million extra dollars. Did you guys watch the fight?
No.
Sadly.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Wow, it was the greatest fight of the decade.
Did it buffer for you?
Of course. Netflix, you're also getting sued in a class action because
Real
y'all
bad.
haven't figured out the streaming. But I will say, I really enjoyed watching a boxing match on Netflix because it was produced big. I mean, 70,000 people, lights, glitz, glamour, this, that. They didn't have the performances I would have had for a Netflix special, but they got Beyonce coming out on Christmas, even though we don't care, because we're just tired. Like, Beyonce needs to take a break. But I am going to watch because it's Beyonce. We love you, but we're tired. But I'm watching. No, I think that Netflix did a great job producing it. They just need to work on this live streaming because it kept buffering over and over. But it wasn't as bad. It wasn't bad enough to the extent that it required a class action lawsuit. That man just want to come up. We should be suing him for raising the rates to $19.99 and then limiting how many people you can share with. Okay. That's the gangsta of it all. Well, anyway, there was a fight that happened this past week. And 58-year-old boxing legend and icon Mike Tyson had the internet buzzing all last week after his fight with 27-year-old Jake Paul. Now, Tyson, who retired from boxing way back in 2005 after a 20-year career, came out of retirement in 2020 for an exhibition match against former four-division world champ Roy Jones Jr. He was also one of the commentators, by the way, of this Netflix special. Well, the result was scored as a controversial split draw at that time, and 4 years later, Tyson came out of retirement again to go up against YouTuber Jake Paul, who began boxing in 2018. Now, I have seen Jake fight in person in Dubai. He fought, I can't remember the boxer's name, but that boxer was fine as hell. Those two were boxing. I mean, he's a showman. You know, his brother Logan is a WWE champion. Who did he fight?
Oh, Tommy Fury?
Okay, so he fought Tommy Fury in Dubai. I saw that fight. It was a really, really good fight. And Tommy Fury ended up beating him in that fight. Well, anyway, at their final face-off before their final fight, things got a little heated as Mike slapped the crap out of Jake. Look.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Now, I'm going to play that back because I heard why it happened. I want you to see it. Take a look at Mike Tyson's foot when Jake steps on it. Take a look. Well, the next day, after slapping him, Tyson continued to go viral after flaunting his booty cheeks. Look.
It's just one. It's just one. Thank you, God. Love you. Love you too.
Oh, it's his son.
Now, people were talking about how flaccid they were or this. I am not going to talk about a senior citizen's butt, nor am I going to talk about the butt of a man who can kill all of us at this table in one punch. But the butt cheeks went viral, and as a result, instead of us just saying, "Man, that was wrong," this website, Cam Soda, offered him $250,000 to take his talents from Netflix to their platform, which is a porn company. This is America. This type of behavior would never happen in Dubai or the Middle East, by the way, I would just like to say. Would you watch him on...
No.
You? Would you?
No.
Oh. Well, before his $250,000 adult film offer, Mike also earned a whopping $20 million after stepping into the ring with Jake Paul. Now, let me do the math. He took home 20, Jake took home 40 million himself and was named the winner, but they both won because if you think about it, it was 8 2-minute rounds. So for 16 minutes of dancing around and fake jabbing, Mike Tyson went home with $20 million and an extra 250 racks on the side if he wants to do some little funny stuff. Well, the results were shocking, but let's look at the official and unofficial rules of the match. So here are the fight rules. This is a licensed professional bout sanctioned by the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations. The fight is scheduled for 8 2-minute rounds as opposed to 3-minute rounds, customary for most men's boxing matches. The fighters will not wear headgear and will wear 14-ounce gloves as opposed to the 10-ounce gloves usually worn by boxers who weigh over 135 pounds. And there will be judges scoring the fight ringside who will render a decision if there is no knockout. The rules for the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight are designed to favor Jake Paul. These include, the rules are extremely favorable to Jake Paul. Wait. And these include the rules are extremely favorable to Jake Paul. The contract will incentivize Mike Tyson to lose and give Jake Paul an opportunity to choose himself as a winner. The first stipulation in the contract will punish Tyson for knocking out Jake because he's paid on a sliding scale per round. If Tyson knocks Jake out on the first round, he would receive no money. If he knocks him out in the second round, he would only make a small amount of cash. For Tyson to make the most money, he needs to survive all 8 rounds, which means avoiding knocking Jake out. If the fight goes to a split decision, it favors Jake Paul because the judges have to be approved by Jake Paul. The best part about this fight was watching the 2 undercard fights before it. The ladies beat each other down. The Puerto Rican princess, not Jocelyn, the one that was sanctioned to fight, lost and she should have won. She was robbed.
And I did not know she was Jake Paul's fighter.
Robbed. The second, and I think it was the second time that happened to her. And then the fight before that, those 2 guys beat each other so brutally that draw should not have happened. The person who was the non-champ, I think his name was Ramos, he should have won. He was robbed, but either way, it was enjoyable to watch those 2 fights, and then this came. And this was very underwhelming to watch. I tried to get Floyd on the phone because I wanted him to say something shady, but Floyd wouldn't answer. Well, now, according to Joe Rogan, those were the rules that I just read off, and those were real, and the contractual rules for Mike and Jake. Now, in his post-fight interview, Jake Paul had this to say about Mike Tyson.
Round 3, Mike seemed to be running out of gas a little bit. You were working the jab really well. At any point, did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit because you noticed he was tiring out?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
Did you feel Mike's power at all?
No.
He hit you with 1, and you gave him the tongue.
Only because the crowd, got turned up, but it didn't actually hurt. But, I mean, no one's punches have, really hurt. I got buzzed a little bit against Tommy Fury, but that's about it.
The crowd got a little restless toward the middle of the fights. We started hearing the boo birds.
Well, that was what Jake had to say about Mike, but here's what some celebrities had to say. The game said, I see all these weird celebrities saying Mike looked bad. This was sad and disgusting, etc. Y'all goofy. I saw a 58-year-old legend go 8 rounds with a 27-year-old in front of the world in the sold-out football stadium and walk away with $20 million, his dignity, and yet another achievement he said was only for him. I'm proud of you, champ. But hold on, before you move on. That literally was the only thing we need to read, because that I thought, when I saw that on Hollywood Unlocked, I have to say to the game.
Allegedly.
Well, the game, you finally said something worth reposting, okay? That was very thoughtful, and I thought it summed up exactly what I was thinking, because the problem is, yes, it was underwhelming. Yes, it wasn't that entertaining. Yes, we could tell it was fake, and yes, whatever, but we all tuned in. Netflix got the bag. They got the bag. Everybody won. And to be 58 years old and to still provide for your family, I mean, you have to give it up to him for that. So for that, I like what you said, the game. Okay, next person. KSI said, what a sad watch. Whole thing was sad. Mike Tyson is twice the age of Jake Paul. FFS, whatever that means. What does that mean? We're too old.
FFS.
It was never, ever going to be close. I can't believe that this elderly abuse was even sanctioned. Just disgusting. All right? Magic Johnson, he said, just sad, shaking my head. I cut it off because I couldn't watch anymore. It's sad to see Mike Tyson like this because I went to every Tyson fight. This fight tonight was not great for boxing. Piers Morgan said, prime Mike Tyson would have destroyed Jake Paul in 90 seconds. A 50-year-old Tyson went 8 rounds against a much fitter and very capable boxer half his age. Mock him all you like, but Mike's got the heart of a lion, balls of steel, and will always be an absolute legend. You had to talk about his balls, though. Well, Fat Joe also chimed in, and, Fat Joe, he got a new talk show, so he's talking. This is what he said.
I'm Mike Tyson, right? But he's had a fucked up past. And they stole all his money, guys. They stole all his money. Do we think if he was a billionaire and he had crazy money, he would be fighting somebody at 58? No. I've been hearing all the talk. Everybody saying, yo, the fight, it wasn't Mike. He's 58 years old. 2 years from 60. The moment you have to learn from the Mike Tyson fight is throughout his life, he's had so many people who have had their hand out, that have been in his pocket, pimps, hustlers, you name them. Every time we seen Mike Tyson, he had 20 guys. What do you think they do at the end of the fight? They all need 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 500,000. The gem of the night was Iron Mike Tyson finally walked in the ring by himself.
I love that perspective. And I like also the fact that Jake, who can be a lot at sometimes, at some point in a night with him, if you're in a ring, he bowed to Mike Tyson, showing him respect and admiration, which you should do for somebody who is so iconic to the sport of boxing like Mike. Well, either way, nevertheless, Mike Tyson was proud of himself, especially after nearly dying in June. This was a photo of what he had to say post-fight. This is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in the ring one last time. I almost died in June. I had 8 blood transfusions, lost half of my blood and 25 pounds in the hospital, and had to fight to get healthy to fight, so I won. And to have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for. Thank you. # Paul Tyson. I thought that was classy.
Yeah.
Right. So why do you think so many people had a problem with it? Jealousy, envy?
No, I think turning boxing, which is like a real contact physical sport, into like a WWE match is is like insulting. But at the end of the day, it was good for Mike Tyson. It's what he wanted to do. He's a grown man. He can make that choice. So it was fun and entertaining. So
And I'm happy everybody got bags, but I guess my problem is I wish that Netflix didn't have all those things of like he can't get knocked out, Jake Paul, or else Mike Tyson won't win this much money. I wish they both got a bag and then just fought, because I feel like the outcome would have been real different. And to know that like it's not faked but produced a certain way, I don't like that. And I just wish Mike Tyson would have whooped him, because I don't know anybody that loves Jake Paul.
It'd be like realizing that Jerry Springer wasn't real.
You know.
Well, there was that. Mike, we're going to give you your flowers. Because I'm 47 and I ain't getting in the ring with Jake Paul. Well, 20 million?
Right.
Maybe. All right. Well, congratulations. Bye.